I think y'all really realize that you really gotta grasp the fact that the body don't even really be knowing what's going on until we tell it what's going on. You can really manipulate the body. Like, this is what I mean by that. Your subconscious mind is on it. Like, you ain't even gotta ask. You ain't gotta think about it. Some things we just naturally do on our own. Like, literally. I think one of the best examples that I can give y'all right now of how the subconscious mind works is breathing. This shit right here it's for the soul, the mind, the body, all that. Yeah, never giving up. No, it's too much swag.
Niggas ain't never giving up. Hell nah, we gon' get it and we don't get no fucks. Never giving up, keep my head up. Staying on my grind, trying to get my bread.
Arcades, man. 3 much swag, man. First of all, love to everybody that's out here on that journey, on that path. Y'all trying to go get it in. Y'all ain't fucking around. Shout out to y'all, man. About this self-mastery. You know what I'm saying? We on that self-mastery page. We ain't trying to hit no lower level, low vibration shit. Anybody with low frequency, low vibrations, separate yourself. Cause sometimes God don't bless you with nothing until you remove the people that's around you. You gonna stay stuck. He gonna sit there and look at you like, you don't get it yet? I'm telling you. So this one, on this episode right here, we gonna tap into something that's very important. Very important. The subconscious mind. I think that this is one of the most important things you could talk about. Honestly, it's a lot of informal shit that you could talk about, but this right here is something that's real live, beneficial to anybody that come across this subject because it's major, man. It's major, bro. You pay attention to anything you give your energy towards, or anything that's repetitive. Your subconscious mind is on it, and it ain't no joke. Like, he. The subconscious mind ain't got no sense of humor. Like, you gotta be very careful with what you think. Like, I don't think people understand how important it is to keep a positive mindset. Because whatever you program your subconscious mind to think is gonna become your reality. So, for example, let's say somebody always claiming that they broke. Like, I'm broke. Man, I feel like I'm always gonna be broke. Or I'm depressed. I feel like I'm always gonna be sad. I'm gonna tell you the hard truth. Anything you claim to be, anything that you feel like you really are, then you are. You feel like a bum, you a bum. You feel like a rich man, you rich. It's really that simple. Manifestation is more so the act of feeling that goal or feeling that destination you want to get to already in the moment. If you want to manifest something, you already have to carry yourself like you got it. You want a new car? You need to picture yourself in it, driving it, what it's gonna smell like in that joint, get a feel of the seats, like what you want. You gotta get real specific, like you want leather, you want what you want, because God give you what you want if you highly favored, if you doing right, treating people like you want to be treated, putting out good energy. You literally can have anything you want in this world. Your motives and your intentions just better be right, because you're gonna get exactly what you asked for. You can't play with people. You only play yourself. I think you really gotta get to the point of life where you realize that, and you kind of like back up off the mind games, back up off the manipulation, and back up off the finessing motherfuckers, because you ain't doing shit but finessing and hurting yourself every time. That's a guarantee. Now the thing is, with this subconscious mind, why you really have to be on top of what you do every day, because our brains are like computers, bro. You keep downloading the same shit every day, you gonna just do the same shit every day. Your life is gonna be on repeat. You gonna literally be on autopilot and not even realize it, bro. Like, for instance, have you ever ended up, like, let's say you went driving, looking for something to eat, and before you know it, you already in the drive-thru ordering a meal. You like, dang, what the fuck? Like, I ain't even really planning to come here. See, you don't gotta think. That might sound crazy, but I mean it. You really ain't gotta think. Your body and your subconscious mind already be on the good foot. It got all the answers. You know what the answers are? Wherever you programmed it to be. So if you go to McDonald's every day, that's the drive-thru you're gonna end up in if you're indecisive. You're just gonna end up there. Sometimes you don't even know. It's the same thing with the streets. You go out that bitch every day. I used to be walking to certain places, certain stores, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck made me come here? Because it's a repetitive thing. I'm always going to them places. So in the midst of me having like nothing going on to like distract me from the normal everyday shit, I'm gonna be doing the everyday shit over and over, expecting different results. It don't work like that. You gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta change up patterns. You gotta switch the mode up if you want something better out of life. Because life gonna give you exactly what you giving it. Like, and mind you, the subconscious mind, it don't work like, you can't just say it and then magic happen. See, God give you how you feel, not what you say. You can say like, I want to be rich, but if you feel unworthy on the inside and you feel like that's never gonna happen, then it's never gonna happen. See, this is like a no doubt, no fear type of movement. Like, and this is like real life. Like, your subconscious mind is something you need to tap in, and we need to rewire a lot of shit. You need to unlearn a lot of toxic traits and a lot of toxic behaviors that we was raised up thinking was cool, because that shit is keeping us in a box. Man, them higher ups, man, that shit is a form of mind control. Like, the mind is very, very moldable. Like, you could really create a monster. Like, you ever heard somebody say like, you create a monster? Because you really can. You could train people to be exactly how you want them to be. So form of mind control. So when you get back in the driver's seat and you got full control, and I ain't talking about no ego. Like, you got no difference between the ego, that lying ass ego. The devil, and your higher self, like your real conscious self. You know, sometimes you just gotta be in a moment. We do a lot of subconscious shit. You react to something because you so used to it being like that, so you so quick to react. Like, if you just take the time to relax, be still, put away as many distractions as you can, be in an environment that is quiet as could be, and just sit with yourself, man. Like, we be so fast life, and we be so anxious to do shit that we never take the time to go inside, and we got all the answers right here. We out here looking for external shit when all the answers is internal. Like, that's the moment where you can start to rewire your subconscious mind. Like, you wake up, take your ass to the bathroom, then you think about something to eat, and then this is what we fuck up at. We start thinking about yesterday, bro. All the problems of yesterday. Like, oh yeah, damn, I forgot today yesterday. Or what the fuck happened last night? Like we never thinking forward most of the time. It's like it's always a recap. Like everything ain't meant to recap. It's time. It's like move forward, like a new day, new opportunity. Like why it's so bad to like recap yesterday? Because then you become stuck and worrying about the past every day. Like you can't change the past, man. You gotta just do your best to change the future. It's cause and effect. Only times I think you can reflect that you should reflect on the past is about good times, man. Like we just jump straight to the shit that was fucked up. We always skip over the good times. Like I be hearing people explain their days or explain certain experiences they had. I'm like, so it wasn't no good part about it. There was nothing good about the situation. Nothing at all. Like we tend to just latch on to the trauma part. Most people do it because they want to play a victim role. And a lot of people just want a pity party, man. They want people to feel bad for them, so they ain't gotta really face accountability for their own shit. They could just keep being this victim, which gets you fucking nowhere. I'm telling you. So, rewiring your subconscious mind is gonna take consistent and genuine time on yourself. Like, you really gotta work on yourself. You really gotta change your patterns up. You really gotta be in the moment so you can catch yourself when you're doing certain shit. Like me, I'm real reactive. I used to be really reactive. Like anything that go on, I react. I wouldn't always react outwards, but I still would react inwards. And that's the pain's still done. The damage is still done. Like if you let somebody bother you and you show it or you don't show it, you still bothered. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get to the point where you gotta control your emotions. Like I was speaking on emotional intelligence. That's like one of the most important things you could do. Because once you have self mastery, you can't be manipulated. You see through a lot of shit. God reveals a lot from the people around you to what you're doing, so on and so forth. So it's like you really just gotta get real with yourself and notice all the bad habits you got and be man enough or woman enough to face it and be like, you know what, this ain't right. This ain't doing me no good. This ain't serving me no good purpose. And that's the time and that's the way you could really have a breakthrough. Because you can't fix shit if you don't think it's broke in the first place. It's just gonna be the same reoccurring events and you're gonna be sitting there wondering, why the fuck is this, blah blah blah. Nigga, it ain't hard to tell why your life like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be 100% real. So we gonna tap way more into subconscious mind because this shit deep. But I just want to give y'all like a forefront of it, like the subconscious mind. Like that's when somebody, let's say you hear gunshots, right? Somebody that was raised in the trenches, they not even gonna look. They gonna keep playing the game or keep watching TV. Like, oh, shit sound like a Glock, whatever. Probably a Drake, but that's because in your subconscious mind, you already used to that. So you're not as reactive to some shit that you already been programmed in your mind. Like, okay, that's gunshots. I live in the hood. Somebody might have just got killed, but it ain't my business. That's the subconscious mind. Now, for somebody who ain't programmed with that, they hear gunshots, they ask, fool, everybody got, oh, what was that? Like, it's a whole nother reaction because they brains ain't downloaded for that yet. Your subconscious mind is really fight or flight. And it's up to you how you programmed it. Like somebody bust your door, you gonna either run or your ass is gonna sit there like, fuck it. Whatever comes through here it is. That's how your subconscious mind, that's how it works. It's something you ain't gotta think about. You ain't gotta think about certain shit. Your body, you can feel when you in danger and you feel when you good. Sometimes when you're in your head, you might always feel like you're in danger, or you might always feel like shit ain't good. That's when you go delusional. You gotta be in the moment. Sometimes we go out places, we be having our kids, and we there and we like he, but we thinking about tomorrow. Like, damn, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Or damn, I gotta do this tomorrow. Just be in the moment. Like, You ain't living until you stop worrying about the unknown, bro. Walk by faith. Like, you gotta have faith. Worrying and fear is not a way of the Lord. That's not. If you believe in God, you know worrying and fear is a lack of faith. What you worrying about? And what you scared of? Like, honestly, if you believe in God, if you're really walking with Him, what the fuck is you scared of? You gotta really get away, release a lot of junk that's in us. See, our trauma is like a junky ass room. You can't even breathe or move. Why you think you always exploding? Cause you gotta release that shit, man. All that toxic shit, and some of the trauma be other people's trauma. For all my people that's empathetic, we take on other people's trauma. Like, somebody having a bad day, we feel that shit. Like, damn, I wish I could do something for that person. Now you internalize other people's trauma. So, in a nutshell, we gonna get back to it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Press the like. Do the subscribe thing if you fucking with me. Shout out to y'all, cause y'all already know, when you fucking with this podcast, you ain't gonna never be bored. You gotta take that high risk for that high reward. Nigga.